Christmas time is the time for dreaming, boys and girls, and can Blackburn Rovers fans start to actually dream as we remain in the top four? Can we get closer this coming weekend? We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. Barnsley gave another British video today. We look forward to match day number 22 over the Championship, and we'll get to it in just 1 second. Where you been? Smash your subscribe and get your bang up today with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here under one Rooski, boys and girls. Of course, yes, Rovers keep their heads in the playoff spots, looking very, very good at the moment. Of course, taking on though a zinger of a match this weekend. Of course, second place of Bournemouth. But of course, we'll look at that, all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my BR Bloody Peas, and of course, they are the Patreons. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. You can also become a patron for the price of a bag of biscuits. Not even about these are value. These are about $1, if that, for digestives. And we're in America, and these are hard to find. So you could become the latest member of the Patreon gang by going down below patreon.com/Roverseas to support the channel in another way and become a brother from another one and my new best mate for life. So here we go then. Of course, recap the games that did take place this past weekend, and there were some classics in there, wasn't there? Some good results. Of course, if you didn't win this weekend, you're shit, mate. You're shit. But if you did win this weekend, you're in the daddy. That's right. So here we go. Let's take a look. Oh, who won this weekend between the Rovers and the Nobbers? Do I actually have to ask? Do I actually have to? Of course we won. We won 1-0 there. Of course, that's where my cockiness will end now, because we got a bit of bragging rights back. 20 years we waited for that win. 1-0 win over them Nobbers as well. One with a 2-0 win. So a little bit disappointed that we couldn't get another goal. And we might have been a little bit lucky with, of course, their penalty shot. Anyway, enough about that. Meanwhile, Blackpool picked up a 3-0 loss against Luton. Bristol City picked up a must need 1-0 win over Derby County. Cardiff also lost to Sheffield United. Of course, new win for Heckingbottom there. Coventry did lose to West Brom. Barnsley picked up a draw against Huddersfield. Of course, Fulham drew with Bournemouth in the top of the table crunch clash. But Middlesbrough with Chris Wilder 1-0 win over Swansea. Millwall 3-1 winners over Birmingham. They are in a bit of trouble, aren't they? Birmingham now down to 16th. Maybe. Meanwhile, Reading 1-1 draw against Hull City. Hull City are in 19th. Of course, Forest did beat Peterborough 2-0 up to 30th right now. QPR got beat by Stoke to keep us in 4th. And it gives us a bit of a good chance to maybe even get 3rd this week. But it's a tall order if we will actually get 3rd, because we're probably going to lose this weekend. If we do lose, we could mathematically go down to 7th. So we'll see about that. Anyway, of course, it's the table in all its glory. Fulham lead the charge by 1 point. Bournemouth are in 2nd. Of course, 6 points clear over West Brom, who are in 3rd. Of course, Rovers in 4th. We don't really, I'm just saying, who's in 4th? Blackburn Rovers are in 4th. Okay, what about 5th? Who cares about 5th? But who's in 4th? It is Blackburn Rovers. Okay, and down the bottom, who cares about down the bottom? Who's in 4th? It's Blackburn Rovers. That's right, of course. Anyway, let's get, of course, into the next round of matches in just a second. Let's, of course, recap the winners of the Predictor of the Month for this week. DJC picked up 9 points at 12. Not too shabby there. Paul Budden's up there with second, alongside Hansworth, Maze Hugh, and, of course, Deepak the Great. So well done to you guys for kicking out to take names up there. What about the overall grand scheme of things? There you go. The leaderboard shows Alex Weller, Hansworth up there with 112 points. Goodness gracious me. They're absolutely ripped it apart, of course. However, Max Sangardi, Shane O'Donnell, and Vincent Hong are in the bronze medal spot with 110 points as well. But again, chasing back is still amongst it. What we're going to do, of course, when we get to the halfway mark, which is very, very close, when we've completed 23 games, we're going to go into a brand new table. We will keep the master alive. So we'll be doing the weekly, we'll be doing the half, and then we'll be doing the grand old skiing thing, so you can see your name in lights. So if you are new and you think I'm not gonna challenge these guys, you can challenge in the second half. There won't be a prize, but you'll get your name in lights, and you can maybe even get a reputation about yourself, just like the Frostmeister, who is bubbling. He's still in it, down to 17th. You got to keep an eye on him. But what about the Predictor of the Month? That's another thing we keep an eye on, of course, over the course of the days and the weeks and the months. Who got the most points in the month of November? Of course, we should have announced this last week, but I was too busy. But there can actually be multiple winners of the Predictor of the Month. Of course, you can win multiple months as well. And of course, if you are victorious in one of those months, you get your name in lights. And of course, one of those guys will be selected at the end of the season to win a grand prize. Bosh. Who is the winner or winners of the Predictor of the Month for the month of November in the Championship? It is, well, there's 3 idiots. Damien Evan, Irish String and Winky. Let's take a bloody bow, guys. You guys got the most points in the month of November, so well done to you guys. You go into the leaderboard here with Creamy Jordan, 15, he's up there. DJC, 86 is up there. Vinny Hong is up there as well. And then you guys are now in there. But who's going to win the month of December? Of course, it's wide open. Getting amongst it. A lot of points left on the offering. So be in amongst it to support the channel in another way. So get in amongst it right here. That's the link. Cutley/Championship. That's a great way to support the channel. Another way to support the channel is, of course, merch. I'm wearing a sexy bit of number right here with Big Bad Boy Brereton Diaz on there. Of course, it does support the artist. Anyway, let's have a closer look at that right here, right now. Before we get going, of course, I want to showcase this amazing hoodie jumper here. Of course, it is of Big Bad Boy Brereton Diaz of Blackburn Rovers and La Rocca fame. Of course, he is ripping it up in the Championship these days. And, of course, he could actually kick on to either the Premier League or maybe even La Liga next season. Now, of course, we do have these shirts that are available. They, of course, they do support the channel. And, of course, they also support local artist Ben Hayward, who did design this amazing bit of artwork. So if you want to get involved and help the channel in another way, of course, support a local artist, this is a great place to start. There will be a link to this hoodie in the old description down below. You can get it in, of course, Blackburn Rovers white or blue, and also in, of course, Viva La Rocca red here. I've actually sold a couple of these bad boys, so a big shout out to the guys that did purchase this. And again, if you think this is a bit too much for yourself or for your other half or for a member of your family, you could also explore a Big Bad Boy Brereton Diaz mug. It is out there as well for a little bit less money there, but of course it also supports the channel in another way. So please make sure you check it all out. It does wonders for the channel, and of course it gets the Diaz face out there. It also gets my little face out there. But anyway, let's kick it on with, of course, the next round of picture predictions. Meanwhile, of course, we're looking forward to this coming weekend action. Of course, we do have a top of the table. I like saying this, but it is a top of the table-ish clash. Of course, a second place Bournemouth up against fourth place Blackburn Rovers at the Vitality. Let's get a look at this one then, shall we? Now, these two sides have played each other 8 times since 2004. Just 5 wins for Bournemouth, 2 wins for Rovers, and 1 draw. Bournemouth coming to this just 1 win in 6 for them, 42% form up against the Rovers side. Unbeaten in the last 5 games, picking 4 wins and a draw to boot. So we're looking good right now. The form is in favour of us. However, let's take a close look at this one. Last time I finished in Bournemouth was a 3-2 win for Bournemouth. That was back in September 2020. That was, of course, last season. Was it 3-2 win for Bournemouth? Rovers last win over Bournemouth was a 3-2 win at Ewood back in 2014. So it's been a while, of course. Bournemouth did draw with Fulham last round. Of course, Rovers picked up a 1-0 over Preston last round. 3 clean sheets on the bounce. Even we are mixing up our keepers as well with Kaminsky out. He might have been back for this one. Look at the odds on this one. 10-7 on into Bournemouth. 1-1 is your Rovers and 35 is draw. Win here for Rovers. And you know what? I think we can start to actually believe. Because we're all living just on the crest of a wave right now, and we know that's going to come crashing down eventually. But right now, beat these guys, and we're in this. We've got a chance for, I'm not saying automatics, but playoffs. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll win this one. I'm going with a plucky draw, plucky 1-1 draw, and that would be absolutely fantastic with a nice looking, no disrespect, month of December ahead after this game. However, if we lose this one 7-0 and go on an unbeaten run after that, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it all day long. Next up, of course, we have Birmingham. They were taking on, of course, Cardiff at St Andrews. Now, these two sides have played each other 20 times since 2006. 4 wins to Birmingham, 9 wins to Cardiff, and 7 draws. Of course, Birmingham coming to just 1 win in 5 for them, 42% form against Cardiff side, winning 3, losing 3 at the last 6, 50% form as well. Last round over in St Andrews was a 4-0 win for Cardiff. That was back in May 2021. Cardiff actually won back-to-back over Birmingham. Birmingham did lose to Millwall last round. Of course, Cardiff did lose to Sheffield United last round. Look at the odds. 23-20 is your host. 5-2 is your way win Cardiff. And that's 40 draw. So Birmingham are your favourites here with the bookies. I'm going with a 1-0 win for Cardiff. Of course, I think they'll bounce back here. Of course, with a new manager-ish bounce to give them a big victory here. Derby will take on Blackpool, of course, over at Pride Park. Played each other 13 times 2007. Of course, 8 wins for Derby, 4 wins for Blackpool, and 1 draw. Of course, Derby now 1 win in 6 for them, 33% form up against a Blackpool side who haven't won in the last 6 games. Of course, 25% form as well. 25% back-to-back defeats for them. Of course, that's around at Pride Park was a 4-0 win for Derby. That was back in April 2015 in the Championship. They actually won back-to-back. They actually won 4 in the bounce, actually, but back-to-back clean sheets over Blackpool. Meanwhile, Derby did come into this on the back of a 1-0 loss against Bristol City. Blackpool coming into this on the back of a 3-0 loss against Luton Town. They haven't scored in 3 matches. Look at the odds on this one then. We've got 13-10 as your host, 20-10 as your away win. That's Blackpool, 11-5 is draw. Derby, you have bookies favourites, and I'm going to give it to them as well. 2-1 win for them to take it to the house. Huddersfield will take on Coventry over at the McAlpine John Smith Kirkley Stadium. Now, these two sides have played each other 2 times in 2020. It's been 2 draws back-to-back. Of course, Huddersfield come to just 1 win 6 for them, 33% form up against Coventry side. Also 1 win 6, 42% form as well. Last round at the McAlpine John Smith Kirkley Stadium was a 1-1 draw. That's back in May 2021. Huddersfield come to this on the back of a draw against Barnsley. Coventry did lose to West Brom last time. Look at the odds on this one. Huddersfield coming at you. They are 13-8 for the victory. Of course, 17-10 is your way, 11-5 is draw. Draw's knocking around for these two sides. I think there's going to be a draw here. 1-1 in the end. Hull City, they were taking on Bristol City, of course, in a bit of a bottom of the table crunch clash. Now, these two sides have played each other 20 times in 2004. 6 wins to Hull, 7 wins to Bristol City, and 7 draws. Hull now unbeaten in the last 5 games, 75% form up against our Bristol City side. Just one defeat past 4, 42% form as well. Last round over at the K-Com was a 3-1 win for Bristol City. That was back in August 2019. In fact, Bristol City won back-to-back last round. In fact, they haven't lost to Hull in a long time. Last time they lost was in the EFL Cup. That was back in 2016, and it was in Bristol City. Meanwhile, Hull picking up a draw last round against Reading. Meanwhile, Bristol City picking up a win over Derby County. Look at the odds on this one. 23-20 is your host, 13-5 is your away win, 11-5 is your draw. It's a tight one to call here, but I'm going to give it with Hull City. 2-1 win in the end. Luton Town will take on Fulham, of course, in a bit of a greater London crunch clash, of course. I'm trying to include them in the bubble. Played each other 3 times in 2006. 2 wins for Fulham, 1 draw. Luton coming to this 42% form, just 1 win in 5 for them. Up against the Fulham side, haven't won in 3. 3 draws on the bounce. 75% form though, unbeaten in the last at least 6 games. Of course, last round over in Luton was a 3-3 draw. That was back in December 2019 in the Championship, of course. Luton coming into this on the back of a 3-0 over Blackpool. Of course, Fulham did draw with Bournemouth last round, 1-1 draw as well. Look at the odds. 10-3 is your Luton, of course. 2017 on is your Fulham, at 12-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win for Fulham on this one. Luton Town will be happy with that because they didn't concede 7 like Orse. Peterborough will take on Millwall over in Peterborough. Now, these two sides have played each other 13 times in 1993. 4 wins for Peterborough, 7 wins for Millwall, and 2 draws. Peterborough coming to this without a win in the last 7 games, 70% form. Up against the Millwall side, just 1 win in. 1 defeat is past 6, 58% form for them as well. Last round over in Peterborough was a 5-1 win for Peterborough. That was back in August 2016. Of course, Peterborough coming to this on the back of a 2-0 loss against Nottingham Forest. Millwall coming into this on the back of a 3-1 win over Birmingham. Look at the odds. 21-10 is your Peterborough. 6-9-4 is your 30-10 is your away win for Millwall. Millwall should be your favourites. They are your favourites. The form goes for them, but I'm actually going to go with Peterborough here with a 1-0 win. I just think they're due a win, and again, they could be. I think the wind will blow in favour of them this coming weekend. I'll give them a big old boost. Meanwhile, Preston North End take on Barnsley, of course. A bit of a relegation 6-pointer on this one, maybe. Of course, now these two sides have played each other 25 times since 2000. Of course, 9 wins for Preston, 10 wins for Barnsley, and 6 draws. Just 1 win in 5 for Preston at the moment. 42% form up against the Barnsley side, who haven't won in 5 as well. 33% form at the moment. Of course, last time around over at Deepdale was a 2-0 win for Preston. That was back in May 2021. In fact, the away side, forget about it. The away side has only won once in the last 6 games between the two sides, and that was when Preston beat Barnsley at Oakwell. Of course, Preston did lose to Rovers last time around. Of course, Barnsley kept this on the back of a 1-1 draw against Huddersfield as well. Meanwhile, of course, the bookies odds 5-4 on is your Preston. Of course, the eye favourite 7-2 is your away win. Of course, that's Barnsley, and 5-2 is your draw. I'm going to go with give it a numbers. Give them something to smile about this coming weekend with the 2-1 over Barnsley. Sheffield United, they're going to take on QPR. That's on Monday Night Football on December the 13th. Now, they played each other 32 times in 93. 12 was for Sheffield United. Now also QPR and 11 draws. Of course, Sheffield United coming to this just 1 defeat about 6 games, 67% form. Up against the QPR side, just 1 defeat about 6, 75% form for them as well. Last round over at Bramall Lane was a 1-1 win for Sheffield United. In fact, they've won 3 in the bouts against QPR. Meanwhile, Sheffield United did beat Cardiff last round. QPR did lose to Stoke last round. Got the odds on this one, 11-10 on Sheffield United, 3-1 is your away win, 5-2 is your draw. Sheffield United favourites here. They're going to take it with a 3-2 win over QPR at Bramall Lane. Next, of course, we have Stoke. They're going to be taking on, of course, Chris Wilder's Middlesbrough. Of course, at the Bet365 Stadium. Of course, now these two sides have played each other 16 times since 93. 6 wins for Stoke, 7 wins for Middlesbrough, 3 draws. Of course, Stoke coming to this 4 wins in the last 6, 7% form. Up against the Middlesbrough side, back-to-back wins for them, 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around, at the Bet365, there was a 1-win win for Stoke. That was, of course, back in December 2021, about this time last season. Of course, coming at you, though, Stoke did beat QPR last round. Of course, Middlesbrough beat Swansea last round. Of course, we've got basic odds on this one. Basic odds going in favour of Stoke, the eye favourites. Middlesbrough are your underdogs on this one. Going to go with a win for nobody. 2-2 draw right down the middle. And point split. Everybody's happy with that one. Swansea, you're going to take on Nottingham Forest now, of course, over in Wales. Of course, that played each other 22 times in 2005. 7 was Swansea, 6 wins for Forest. They've got 9 draws, of course. Swansea just 1 win in 5 for them, 42% form. Up against the Nottingham Forest side, who haven't lost in the last 6, at least 6-7% form. However, just 1 win in 4 for them, 6-7% form at the moment. A lot of draws knocking around for Forest at the moment. Last round in Wales was a 1 win for Swansea. That was back in February 2021. Of course, last round though, Swansea did lose to Borough. Meanwhile, Forest picked up a 2-0 win over Peterborough. Look at the odds on this one: 23-20 is your hosts, 11-5 is your draw, 5-2 is your way win. That is Forest. Type 1 here. Going to go with Swansea though. First defeat. in a while for Cooper's boys at Forest. And then finally we have West Brom up against Reading over at the Hawthorns. Now these two sides have played each other 24 times in 1994. 9 wins to West Brom, 8 wins to Reading, 7 draws of course. Just one defeat the past 6 games for West Brom. Just one defeat the past 5 for Reading. 50% form for them as well. Last round over at West Brom was a 1-1 draw. That was back in August 2019. Of course, West Brom did beat Coventry 2-1 last round. Reading picked up a draw against Hull. That's right. Look at the odds on this one. We have 29 on as your West Brom, 11-2 is your away win. Reading, 16-5 is your draw. Reading need a win. They need one fast, but they're not going to get it here. 2-0 for West Brom on this one to keep their top 3 dreams alive. Of course, that's my picks. Be sure to get your picks in as well using the website cut.4/championship and get amongst it right here right now. Also, don't forget to support the channel by checking out the merch. Of course, Red Hot Rover right here, Red Hot Chilean Ravocca right here. Get in amongst it, and also you can get a cup as well with his face on it. Just make sure you check that out. Also, support the channel in another way by checking out the links: Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course the Discord wide open, and of course Patreon if you want to get amongst it. Where you can support the channel for a bag of digestives. And we're talking about the cheap Aldi stuff. That's how little a month you can support the channel, and it does wonders for the plans of this. Anyway, make sure you get involved. Smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe. Check out the links down below. I'll see you all soon, of course, when we come back again for the next round of matches. Christmas build-up starts now. Come on, Rovers. Let's take a cheeky little point away or more from Bournemouth on this weekend. But until then, guys, we're done.